Hi, I'm Colt, and this is an instructional video on how to use the Autoject 2 to inject Trimix for the treatment of erectile dysfunction. Unlike standard injection methods, the Autoject 2 makes introducing the medication into the penis both easier and generally less intimidating. With the Autoject 2 injector, you simply press the button and the injection is done for you. In the package, you'll find a number of different components. There is the main device and the other parts and attachments. First, you'll want to locate the nozzle attachment showing the letters from A to I on it. Make sure that it is set to C. The nozzle goes on top of the device like this. For your convenience, one of our staff members has drawn a line around the C to indicate the correct setting. Note that these instructions are accurate for any needle with the length of a 1/2 inch. This is an example of a 1/2 inch needle. Please make sure you do not use a different needle length. The Autoject 2 device is composed of 2 main pieces with other components. If your Autoject is in one piece, unscrew the round section from the square section like this. The next thing you'll do is set the black plunger in place by pressing the round end into the yellow piece. You should hear a clicking noise and the plunger will be fixed in place. Next, you want to put the medication into the syringe, which you will afterward load into the Auto-Inject 2. First, use an alcohol wipe to clean the top before you stick the syringe into the vial. Then, remove the cap from the plunger end and then the needle end. To draw the medicine, you insert the needle at the end in the rubber stopper and you'll draw the syringe plunger back down to the dosage you've been prescribed. Hold the vial upside down and draw out the correct dosage. Here, for example, I'm going to draw a dose of 20 units. So I will draw down to the 20 mark. Remember, your dose may be different. You want to make sure all the air is out of the syringe, so push back just a bit to make sure there are no bubbles or only a few tiny bubbles, and make sure you are on the correct dosage mark. If you need to redraw, you can. Just push it back in and redraw the liquid back out. Okay, you're now ready to load the actual needle into the Autoject 2 device. Make sure you have the 2 parts correctly assembled with the black plunger in place as we showed earlier. Hold the round part of the Autoject applicator with the nozzle pointing to the floor and place the syringe into the Autoject applicator with the needle pointing towards the nozzle end. Once that's done, while keeping the nozzle pointed towards the floor, screw the square part of the Autoject applicator back into the round part and set the Autoject applicator aside while you prepare for the administration of the medication. Relatively soon after using the Autoject 2 device, the depth adjuster or the tip of the applicator should be cleaned by wiping with rubbing alcohol or by dipping into boiling water. Note, however, that the auto-injector body and the syringe housing must not be immersed in boiling water. Clean these with a warm, damp cloth if necessary. Lastly, and please know, this is very important, the medication must not be applied more than 1 time within a 24-hour period, even should you miss the first time or not receive the desired reaction. You should also not take any other ED medications or vasodilators along with Trimix. This concludes the demonstration on how to use the Autoject 2 to inject Trimix for the treatment of erectile dysfunction. Remember to always keep the medicine refrigerated and never use a needle twice. And if you have any questions, contact your medical office for assistance. Thank you.